Why doesn't Jeff Sessions do anything about this dossier and Hillary Clinton and all them? Why is he waiting on this crap? What is the holdup? He's like, oh, I don't want to appoint special counsel. I'm recusing myself. And Trump was pissed off at him the other day because of that. And Trump is the direct recipient of that dossier, which was paid for by the Clintons. They paid for that dossier, and they paid the FBI agents who turned a blind eye and were biased and picked Hillary, of course, as their number one choice. That's why they wouldn't do anything about her and Uranium One or anything else. So that's why Trey Gowdy won't do nothing either, because he's part of the deep state. And we sure as hell hope that Sessions not part of the deep state, because everyone's been saying we've been waiting 2 years almost for these people to go down and nothing's happened. And, it's just crap. And that shooting and everything, it's like that happened last week in Florida. Uh, they said the sales of guns went up, and they say Ted Nugent's like, more people need to join the NRA because we need to show them that we're not backing down, that we're not going to give up our guns, that kind of thing. And then the media is shutting everybody down. They're trying to shut down all the right wing channels, Mark Dice and all them. They're trying to shut them down. Alex Jones. They're trying to shut them down because they don't want people being informed. And then Trump said he was running in 2020, and he announced early, which is good because he needs to get started and start campaigning again. And one of the things he should campaign on is that he's not going to threaten the Second Amendment. Don't give the liberals anything at all, because if you give them an inch, they'll take a mile, and they'll try to take our guns away, and then they'll arm the cartels with American people's guns, and the cartels will kill all the Americans off and take over our country and turn it into a third world crap hole, like Ed Coulter said. And I'm starting to believe it because it's so possible. Because you look at Jeff Sessions, and I like Jeff Sessions. He seems like he's like an old school type of guy, but he just doesn't seem like he's moving too quick on this dossier thing. And Mueller doesn't have nothing on Trump. It's just he's just spinning his wheels. He's just he has that investigation should be over now. Now it's March, right? That's what they said they were going to wrap it up with the Mueller investigation against Trump. So okay, wrap it up. And Mueller needs to reopen the case against Hillary in the dossier, because all it does in the memo is it implicates Hillary and the FBI and the CIA, that they set the president up with a bunch of lies. And General Flynn also has been implicated, and according to a lot of the documents, that he had nothing to do with colluding with Russians. It's just a bunch of crap. And let's see what else. What else? What else? They just keep criticizing the president, and he needs to stand strong, and he needs to not do anything about the guns, and he needs to encourage people to vote for our new representatives in 2018, because if we don't, we're going to lose the House and Senate. Trump's going to be a lame duck president, and he's not going to get anything done. The wall, none of that's going to get done. And just in time for a Democrat, to take over and destroy everything that he's tried to work on and create. All they'll do is undo all the new regulations that'll bring jobs over here. The tariffs and all that, they'll just remove them, and they'll just stay overseas, most of them, because they don't want to. They want that cheap labor. So Trump needs to stand strong, and he needs to get rid of Jeff Sessions if necessary and appoint another attorney general. If Jeff Sessions is refusing to issue subpoenas and what's that called? Subpoenas and then arrest warrants for the perpetrators in the Steele Dossier against the president. That it was the FBI and CIA and all the other high-ranking people like Hillary and such that were behind it. Obama was behind it. There needs to be arrest warrants. They need to be held until trial, and they can testify under oath, but they're still guilty because there's so much evidence against them. The emails, the text messages, all that, all implicates them and ties them into this, that they were trying to bury the president and get him to where he didn't qualify to be president. So Trump needs to decide really soon what he's going to do with Jeff Sessions. I think is the main one, the attorney general who's going to be prosecuting the criminals in that dossier case, which needs to be seriously looked into by Jeff Sessions, or Trump needs to immediately emergency appoint another attorney general that's not going to bow down to the leftist and be afraid of them and be intimidated and be a total twerp. That's what I think of it as. These people need to go down because they're the ones destroying this country. They're the ones bringing socialism and all that crap, and they want to have open borders, and they want to destroy the white culture, and they want to destroy the family and make it a new world order where government controls everything. That's what they want. They want the government to control everything, tell us what to do. And that's not going to happen because we see other countries and it's like that. It's like, no, thank you. You know, the bread line where you get one piece of bread and one piece of, one little vegetable, one little tiny little piece of meat to feed your whole family, rations, and then they tell you what to do, your health care, everything. They just control everything. You can't have your own land. You have to live in stacked housing and take mass transit to a little crappy little job. Everybody gets rations, food rations. That's the communism that Bernie Sanders wanted, where everything's equal. You know, if you're a doctor, you get the same amount as somebody who sweeps the floor. Not going to work. And that's what they're striving for. And that's why these dumb libtards are protesting and all that, because they're dying to have that. They want that in their lives. They want everybody to live like, what's that kid's name who said, I want some more? Yeah, that Tiny Tim or whatever his name was, or Oliver Twist. That's what the liberals want. They want Oliver Twist kind of living where everybody is like a bag lady or bag man, you know, shopping cart, homeless person. Just where we're skin and bones and we're just deprived and we're worshiping government and begging them for little crumbs every day, you know, or every week, whatever they allow you to have. It's not a joke. No, we want, as Republicans, we want to be independent. We want to call our own shots and decide what we do and don't want. We don't need government to tell us what we need.